Hello, my lovelies. Following up the cards of the day, which was Teach card, I was really being guided to do the reading, which is called What You Need to Know About Yourself Now. So, I pulled few cards to see your main energy, what's crossing you, your biggest challenges, and advice card. So I hope you will find it helpful, and please let me know if that resonates with you, because that's actually interesting. I wasn't planning to do that reading, but obviously someone needs to learn something about themselves for their highest good. So let's see if that makes sense. By this time now you probably picked your pile. If not, you can just pause the video and decide whether you are being drawn to pile number 1, number 2 or number 3. And let's start the reading. So for those of you who picked number 1, you've got Don't let your past hold you back. Okay? And your main energy is not the greatest one. It's Seven of Swords, which is deception, or this is little reminder for you to watch your back. Let's see what's crossing you. Okay, lovers, that is interesting. Then let me see what is your biggest challenge. Justice and Knight of Pentacles, and advice is a Magician. Okay, what's happening here? Don't let your past hold you back. Okay. That is something to do with love. Someone was really disappointed in a relationship, okay, because now you really have, your biggest challenge is justice. You don't believe that that you can find the right person, but look at yourself as well, okay, and please don't shoot the messenger. I do that reading for your highest good, so it is to help you rather than to point out, anyone's behavior. So please take it nice and easy, okay, and don't pick at me later on. But maybe have a closer look at yourself as well, because your main energy is Seven of Swords, which means that when it comes to the love life as well, you are not fully committed, because Seven of Swords is card of deception. It's being sneaky. It's sneaking out at nights, maybe to meet another person, okay, and maybe it was caused, or your current energy is being caused by whatever happened to you in the past, because your biggest challenge at the same time is to believe in love and find justice in this situation, and at the same time it's very hard for you to see yourself as a very powerful person, which like worthy person. So usually when we are lacking self-love, okay, we are being stuck in that low frequencies, and maybe that's why we repeat the same mistakes over and over again. So if you have some sort of pattern to end up in unhealthy relationship, it's time to change it. Whatever happened in the past, it's time to move on, okay? So it's time to break the cycle. You need to really empower yourself, and your advice card is Magician. So you really know now what you should do. You know what is just and you know what isn't. You know that if you do sneaky things, it will kind of, karma will find their way, okay? And advice is to being really smart and start using the knowledge which you have gained up to this point. Lovers also represent the right decision, and decision which comes from your heart space. So rather than being maybe sneaky and only look at yourself and at your own kind of benefits, maybe it's time to really start doing the right things, and start being kind of on the right side, okay? I know that obviously if we end up being hurt, then we don't want to believe that there are good people out there, and we decide, okay, now I will be doing the same stuff which has been done to me. But I'm telling you, this is not the way, okay? So you should now concentrate on self-love, on doing the right things, on empowering yourself, deciding about your purest intentions, okay? Because justice is like having pure intention. So and then start manifesting good things, good people, good relationship into your life. And the last card for pile number 1 is Surrender Resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Ta-da! You see, this is exactly what I meant. Well, whoever hurt you in the past, let it go, okay? Let it go, because now it's time to make the room for positive people, for positive situation. Don't let your past to hold you back. Open up for something better, okay? And make the right choices and make the decisions which are coming from your heart. I hope that it makes sense for you and that it was somehow helpful, okay? Let's see now the pile number 2. The energy is gaining momentum. Now your main energy is King of Swords. Ooh, someone is really like annoyed and sharp and angry. What's crossing you is Judgment. Your biggest challenge at the moment is World. Advice is Queen of Cups. Okay. Let's see what we are getting here. Energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so obviously emotions are running high, right? And there is a anger, and there is some sort of, I don't know, disappointment, and there are lessons to be learned, because it's time to close the chapter and move on. Because what's crossing you have Judgment. So maybe some of you are dealing with I'm getting legal issues, right? But mostly I'm seeing that it's time to really reassess your life and move on, because there are certain things you evolved now, or you are in the process or evolving to your higher self. This is what I'm getting, because Judgment is card when you kind of die, not physically obviously, but your old self dies and your new self is coming through. So but this is not easy process, because you will need to make certain cuts out, if I can say it like that. So certain people you will need to cut out from your life. You will have to be very sharp with your words, or be really specific about certain situation. You will have to learn how to speak your own truth, because things are changing, or you are being kind of guided by your guides to really allow yourself to be who you really are. Okay, the biggest challenge is world, which means that there are still, that the book is still open, but the certain chapters needs closure, yet you are holding on to situation, people, maybe work, maybe some sort of, I don't know, social groups which are not serving you, and that's why you are really getting the most and your strongest energy as a King of Swords. So you are like, this is someone who's very smart and logic, but this card is giving me vibes when someone is really getting fed up with what's happening around, and someone who is ready to move forward, but rather on his own than with the people who are kind of causing loads of unnecessary drama around. Okay, maybe for some of you a challenge is some sort of relocation. Maybe you need to, maybe you need to, maybe this is something to, like I said, to do with work. Maybe you need to move to different environment. Maybe you need to change the house, and there is many things happening, and you would like to pick up the old bits and pieces, but actually it's time to decide that no, this stuff I used to like, it's not needed anymore. Give it to the charity. Don't bring your past into your future, because the new you is trying to kind of shine through, but yet you are not, I feel like you are not fully ready. There is still some sort of adjustment which are required, and you should have a closer look on the situation in order to see what's needed in your life going forward, and what has to be kind of put out on the shelf. Okay, and your advice is Queen of Cups. So this is someone who, you see, she has a full cup, but she is not looking away. She doesn't want to give it to anyone at the moment. So now she's concentrating on herself. So before you will move on, before you make those adjustments which are needed here, before you say final farewell to people, make sure that everything sits right with you. Okay, concentrate on your emotions. Make sure that you do things which are serving you more than others now. Okay, because this is what you need to learn. You need to learn how to kind of move on with in your life, but you need to learn to acknowledge your emotions and to actually start value them, because I feel that you are really angry because maybe for certain period of your life you've been rather looking after others, because kings, they usually look after the whole kingdom, where the queens, they are like king look after the queen, so she has time to kind of concentrate on herself. And your advice at this time is to really concentrate on you and then move forward, but considering your own feelings first. You have surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving the dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you might approach the situation more calmly. Okay, very good. And another card popped out here when I was just like shuffling them, and this is surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or resolve the problem. Okay? I hope that it makes sense. And now I am moving to the pile number 3. And let's see what's happening here now. Bring love into this situation. Okay. Your main energy is Hanged Man. What's crossing you is the Empress. The biggest challenges is Queen of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. And the advice is the Chariot and Three of Wands. Okay. Bring love into this situation. This is very similar energy to the previous reading, but this group of people is a little bit more evolved spiritually, if you know what I mean, because you are already kind of you realized that you have power to create your own reality, and that nobody but you can change your future. Okay, at the same time there is still a little bit of resentment, because maybe you kind of need to change perspective on life, and you need to see, especially if you are trying to manifest money into your life or some sort of new beginnings, you need to know that creation is an act, right? But I see that someone here with this group is trying to manifest something new, which would bring some sort of financial gain at some stage. So maybe you are being guided to change your career. Maybe you are working on certain project or something, but you need to learn how to look at things with the kind of, you have to look at the bigger picture. You need to give yourself time to kind of assess the whole situation, but be open-minded, because this whole situation requires to kind of take an action and investing money as well, and you need to be prepared that in order to gain you have to invest, and don't be afraid to invest in yourself first of all. Okay, so for those of you who want to open up the business, okay, spend some time, try to see what is the market like, and secure, you know, your self knowledge is a key, but still go for this. And for some of you, you just need to invest in yourself first of all. So maybe you are planning to do something major in your life, and you feel like that nothing is going to work because you are self-sabotaging yourself. Bring love into the situation. Try to have positive attitude. See people who are helping you or who are involved in the situation as a vulnerable people as well. So try to have the positive approach and be open, okay, rather than being judgmental. Because your biggest challenge is King of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. So I see that you want to take step forward and invest in something new, but yet you are not really there yet, like mentally, more than like there is some sort of mental block, but I'm kind of getting this in like that you are stopping yourself. Nothing, there is no major blockages here. It's just your self-beliefs which are kind of in the way of that sort of investment or new idea which you would like to create or bring into you know, life. And your advice here is Chariot and Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is an expansion. Three of Wands is like investing and knowing that things will work out. Not being afraid to kind of get yourself out there. Chariot as well. He knows how to bring things into kind of how to get things going. So you cannot be afraid and you cannot blame other people. It's now time for you to be in the driver's seat and decide that, okay, it's great to have support, but if I want the new beginning in my life, I cannot really wait for other people to do certain things for me. It has to be me who will invest time, money, effort in the situation or in relationship or in yourself. Okay? And here you have surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnt out, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body and spirit. Okay. When you move forward, when you decide what you want to do, remember that balance is important. So once you know your plan, once you decide that I'm going to do it, do things right. So make sure that you work enough hours in the day, but that you are not becoming like person, what's the word I am looking for, workaholic. Okay, so that you don't go and only concentrate on one aspect of your life. Balance is always a key. So work on something, but at the same time spend certain time you need and give yourself time to rest, because when you are too busy in your head, you might as well miss certain opportunities, or you might do your judgment kind of skills will be kind of foggy. So in order to have like a sharp mind and the right perspective, make sure that you give yourself enough sleep and rest time. But definitely, going forward, invest in yourself and don't be afraid to go for the things which you've been thinking about for a long time. And again, bring love into situations. So if you are tired, rest. If if you need to talk to people about the whole situation, be gentle. Everything will work out as long as you bring love into that whole project. Okay, this one here, they want me to pull one more card here, which I am going to do. Embrace change. I move easily and confidently through the changes in my life. Okay, so as well, go easy on yourself. Be confident about this. Know that everything will work out, okay? Because you are not on your own. There is many around you. Maybe you don't see them, but they are there, okay? I will leave it like this, and please, please, please let me know if that resonates with you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!